Chris, what's up, buddy? Brother, yes. Oh, we got 3, 4 coming in. That's awesome. Already done? Good for. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Steph? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, Steph.
You had a good weekend?
Yeah, just going over some trading stuff.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Trying to get
What
ready for the week.
that's what you did all weekend? That's what you were saying?
I did that. Caught up on some sleep, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's good for the weekend. Catch up on a little sleep. Get ready for the week. So I am taking a look at GJ right now. Fundamentally, the reason why we started coming up is because we had that Scottish election. I don't know if you guys were following. Now, I'm not too sure about the two candidates. I know one is more conservative and the other one wanted independence. Let's see. Is to keep Scotland. Yeah, so Scotland wants more independence. Obviously, they always have over history. But I wanted to read this article and see more specifically what was going on when it comes to this election. I know Boris Johnson was trying to block it, and this is basically all the pound was kind of waiting for. That's why it was kind of ranging around 152, 200. It was kind of just consolidating over there, and now we're starting to get the more results coming in for this election, and it's starting to rise. So I gotta check out more specifically what the results of this election were, and go from there. But looking at, let's see. Remember last week we opened up with a bullish big belt right here? And we say whenever we open up like that, we normally continue in the direction of the candle that it opens. So if this candle opened up bearish right up here, like 25, 30 pips above the close of this candle right here, then it would have just dropped. What's up, David? So if we opened up over here like that, we would have just started to come down. That's technically and normally what happens when you see a bullish big belt print, but not all the time. Obviously, that's the same thing with anything in trading. But right now we are retesting the highs up here. Pretty big deal coming through this range pretty cleanly as well. You got a clean candle to the left. We opened up pretty high, and now we're just pushing up. We gapped up to start the morning, or to start the weekly session. So now we're sitting right up here at 153, 370, where we previously closed over here. So I want to wait for a break and a retest above this area, or are we going to get some sort of a correction of this, just since we are in such a, what do you want to call it, like a high traffic range right in here. It's pretty tricky in here once it gets to the higher time frame. So I'm thinking that maybe we could correct the part of this move. And if you get, some bearish candles forming, the nearest support closed below, you could take this down and retest it. You could take this down a little bit. But right now we are very bullish. And the only thing I'm looking for is for price to continue bullish and close above this resistance up here. I'm probably going to adjust this. But this, obviously, like I said, was the previous high that we retested. When did we touch this? When did we create? Oh, early April. We shot all the way up and then just shot all the way down. So being that we have the history over here and we see what happens once it does reach 153, 360, it just drops like this. So is that going to happen again? Or is the Scottish election going to continue to propel us through that resistance right up there? What's up, Matei? David, what's up, boys?
Hello, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
You guys have good weekends?
Yes.
Yeah, it
Awesome.
was a perfect one.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. So yeah, what I'm looking for over here is either price to close above this resistance up here, and I can just adjust this so that it looks more clean. Yeah. So if we get a close above this area, a clean close, if we get a candle coming down to maybe retest or create a bottom wick and then pass the high of that candle, we could take this thing up. Now, if you are looking to take sells, just like what happened over here, and you're anticipating this, wait for, because we could get a correction of this move. Wait for this support to be broken. Right over here. Unless you have enough. Yeah, you only have about 17 pips in here, which is not bad, but you'd be calling tops. So your rule should be that you're waiting for this nearer support to be broken and retested to take this move down. But we'll see what we do coming New York. If we do get a close above this area, above these wicks, all these wicks rejected, and we just need to close above that area to take this thing up. Because then we'll be making new highs compared to what we made a couple weeks ago back in early April. So let's take a look at EJ right over here. We got David setting a chart. Well done. Awesome. Perfect. Yep. This is all you're waiting for. Just sitting back, being patient, taking smart trades. That's how we start the week, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's go, baby. All right. Anybody watch that backtesting session I did with Sharma? I wanted to add you guys to it. She
I was watching like the
I couldn't,
YouTube.
bro.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was watching like the YouTube video like you guys did. This is really good.
Awesome. Yeah, you liked it?
I like it. I'm
This
still
one.
watching it.
This one right here.
Put it on your channel.
Yes.
That's true.
Perfect.
It's really
Let me
good.
see.
I'll send you guys the link if you'd like. Let's see.
Yeah.
If I can find it. Oh, here it is. It's in the Slack group as well. Let's see. But like I said, I wanted to invite you guys. She obviously welcomed me to invite all you guys, which I did. But the whole thing was so last minute. Like she, just asked me to hop on Friday night. I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And oh, here we go. Matei's setting a chart. Yep, April monthly high. Yep. But I'm thinking if we do get a close above this area, I love these charts. You get a close above this area and a clean close, like a strong bullish candle closing above here should take this up. But we could always continue to range in here, and then we take this up during New York Open, New York Stock Exchange Open. Again, really depending on the selection in Scotland. So I pulled the article up. And we can all read it together. But I'm looking. I know that's why we moved up. That was the only thing the pound was waiting on. But I want to know more of the specifics of this election. I'm not obviously. I'm from the U.S. So these when your main pair is GJ, your main economy that you're paying attention to is the pound. So you got to stay in tune with everything. Yep. Good shit. Everyone's
Is that next resistance looking okay?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, the resistance right above it.
Yep. Right here?
No, like the next one, like
Right here?
yeah.
You got to ask yourself, how many pips do we have until price? Where do you guys have your resistance? 153, 550. Okay, so EJ, 153, 550.
But you're on like
Basically where I have this right here, a little bit higher. So you just look, how many pips do we have to get to that point? Only 16, but really depending on the setup over here, if we get a clean close above, we're so bullish over here, we may be able to catch part of that move.
when you're taking the trade down, like if you were to take that sell, if it was to break that support, would you do another break in? Would you wait for like another break and retest or?
Yep. Yeah, whenever we're in a massive uptrend like this and we have strong fundamentals, I don't want to sell. I just want to wait for a support to form for me to buy this up. Basically buying the dip,
Okay.
But if you're gonna call tops and you think that bullish run is done, you need to wait for the retest right here. And you got to wait for the candle closing in your direction. That'll give you more confidence in the fact that, all right, maybe we are coming down to correct. But you could have so many different fake outs on the way up, and you could be that sucker that's selling a bullish run.
So you wouldn't take an impulse on that, right? Like an impulse.
I wouldn't take an impulse sell right here. No.
Okay.
I'd just wait for the retest, wait for the low to be created, wait for the retest to come up. Because how many times have you seen a close below that support in an uptrend, and then price looks like it's coming up to retest, and all of a sudden it closes right back in the range, and then it just continues to push bullish.
Yeah.
Happens all the time. A lot of people get stuck with it. So put in your rules. Okay, I'm just going to wait for that low to be created. Okay, cool. You want to come down? Awesome. Create that low. You want to retest? Okay, I'm going to be safe and I'm going to wait, especially on a Monday, for that retest and that bearish candle to close in an uptrend. Take this thing right down. That should give you more confidence sticking with that. Well, I love that you guys are all sending your charts. I appreciate that. That makes it a lot easier for me to understand what you guys are thinking moving into the session. So we got our boy in here, Alan. We got Nathan, Gio. What's up, boys?
Yo.
Congrats on the new job,
Thank you.
Nathan.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Let's go, baby. Making moves. So yeah, like I was saying, we are at new monthly highs up here after retesting the highs we created back in the early April. And the reason for this move over the weekend, the only thing that GJ was waiting on to break out of this consolidation was the Scottish election, which we're going to read about in a second. I just want to break the other pairs down before I get to that. But it looks like we're exhausting in this area right over here on the 4 hour. So maybe we could, like I said, you want to wait for that break of the nearest support to take this thing down. You want to wait for that break and retest. But I do think we're going to continue bullish. And if we're going to get some sort of, because this 1 hour candle looks like it already created its bottom wick and a top wick, but it's rejecting this resistance up here. So I want to see if we continue through here and we get a nice close above this resistance over here. The reason I drew it there is because of the 15-minute, and this rejection, multiple rejections. If we get a close above this area, that'll be a good indicator for us to continue up. If we get a pass of that candle with the next candle creating its bottom wick and then continuing up.
So you're not waiting for like a retest for a buy?
It depends on the setup. It's always in the moment. Like, this is my plan, right? So if we come up, we create a support over here, or we just close above, like something like this. Just draw this out for you. Like something, and especially it could be one of two things. So we'll draw like a little bearish candle right there. And then if we get volume coming in at like 8 o'clock or something like this, or 7:45, and you get the next candle coming down to form a bottom wick right here, and then it passes the high of that candle, then I would take a low risk entry right there, knowing that I've seen that before and we could come up and create our high. Or we could get something like this where you get a bullish candle closing cleanly above this resistance right over here with a wick. The next candle comes down, creates a bottom wick, and then the second half of the candle, it comes up and passes the high of that candle. Again, we need to have high volume during this time. So you got to look for that pocket of high volume in the New York session, like 8:15, 7:45, like I said, 7:52, 7:53, around that time. And this is just GJ, by the way. Other pairs, pretty similar, but mainly, I know GJ pretty well. So this is these are the times that I know we get some volume pumping in. But as soon as we pass the high of this candle right here, I want to see price continue bullish, and we should at least get maybe a retest of this this previous resistance up here, and then continue through. And that'll be about 10 pips right there. I would secure 80%, maybe 90% right there. Stop loss at break even, and just let the rest run for the rest
So
of
as long as the 15-minute candle closes above resistance, right?
either the 15 or the 30-minute. We'll see how the 15-minute closes. You got to be fluid, you got to just, If this happens, okay, cool. We're ready for this. That's why I'm giving you multiple scenarios for how candles close above this area.
Yeah.
Now, if we miss this and we don't get those two little formations, where's my here we go. If we miss that and price comes all the way up and just breaks right through and creates this high like this, perfect. We just
Then you
wait for
the
that
retest.
resistance to be formed or that high to be formed. We get, you know, a couple candles coming in right over here, and then you get like something like this, which ends up closing maybe bullish right here, right there. I didn't mean to make a bottom red wick, but something like this, and don't mind my artwork. You could take this as price creates like a bottom wick right here and passes the high of that candle and take this thing up.
Yeah.
So
Breaking.
these are multiple setups. Yeah, David, absolutely. Right. Multiple setups that you guys could be adding to your arsenal and understanding or toolbox, whatever you want to call it. And multiple different things that you could look for. Now on the selling front, you know, we get candles closing like this, right? And then maybe we create this low down here and we miss this whole move, right? Because we're not going to take any kind of sells when price is so bullish like that. So you wait for the retest coming up, right? And you get a strong bullish bearish candle right there with a wick to fill. Either enter as that candle closes or you enter as price breaks the low of that candle to start coming down. And that'll give you a nice range over here, thinking that, okay, we broke the bullish trend. We're done. We need to correct this move at some point because we're so bullish over here on the higher time frames, right? These candles are starting to exhaust. Like this candle never passed the high of this candle. This is a very weak body, and price could be starting to come down and correct this move. So if it does, you have obviously a clean range right down to here, get a clean candle, but you secure a certain amount of pips, leave a runner at break even, and you take this thing all the way back down. But we'll see what happens. So price is just in the range. We just got to be fluid, and we have multiple different scenarios that we could be taking. And I'm hoping if we do get the buys, we get that nice setup forming, that price is going to push right through this zone over here, 153, 537, because we are grabbing liquidity in here. We are, you know, collecting orders, right, in this consolidation, and price could be continuing up. So once it does, we should be able to push through here with some high volume. So I want to see where we could be going. Here we go. Here we go. So once we break above that area, I got this. I always have this zone marked off, very high impact zone over here. So once we break this area, you get a clean move on the weekly, maybe right up here. All right, 153, 570. No, 155, 549. And what did we say months ago? That price is going to come right up into 155. You got a very critical level over here on GJ at 155. You got these candle body closes and this consolidation, this order block over here to the left, previous support over here, and previous resistance over here. So price has been wanting to come up and retest this area for quite some time. We finally got the support over here, and we're just climbing up. Nice, clean, weekly bullish candle right here with a wick to fill, and we just started pushing through here. And the previous two weekly candles didn't have a bottom wick. Right, so we're just pushing through. We'll see if this is a new weekly candle. Pretty crazy. Started pushing. And again, that's from that election. Once we broke 152, 200, we opened up above it, and we just continued bullish all last night. So let's see. Oh, starting to
Steph,
Starting to flip bullish a little bit. Okay. So again, we need to clear this area over here. This is a mess on the 15-minute. A lot of people will get impatient. So I point out what we can do and what we shouldn't do. A lot of people get impatient on a Monday. You've been back testing all weekend, been putting the work in, understanding all the things that you got to do. And all of a sudden you see this setup right here and you think if we created this bottom wick and passed the high of this wick right here, yeah, I do think that we should fill this wick right here. But how many pips do you have right here once we break the high? You get 3 pips. We could very easily reject because we rejected multiple times, 7 times over here with all these wicks. So, what makes you think we're going to just break through here? I want to close above that area on a Monday. See, these are the setups that are going to make you profitable. Waiting for these things are going to make you profitable. Not trying to take these and be antsy. And it's very easy to be antsy on a Monday or on a Sunday night when you've been putting a lot of work in, which is awesome. You want to put that work in, but you want to be able to hold yourself back and not take any emotional trades, right? Emotional or logical. So looking at EJ right now, we're coming right back up to retest this high up here. Right, so coming up, we filled this previous wick. This candle closed a strong bullish candle. We came down, grabbed liquidity, and then passed the high of this candle and filled this wick. So now we're starting to reject this area. Why do we have this marked off? Got this resistance over here. Previous candle rejections multiple times over here on the weekly. Very strong time frame. And once we break that, got a clean move on the weekly up. Right up to 137 for 400. So we also are breaking our bearish trend line that we've been respecting since 2008, right? Kind of been in a bullish trend, but also been in this range per se, right? So now we're starting to break out of that resistance over here. So we're breaking out, pushing bullish, looking at the daily over here. We came down, grabbed liquidity, a little fake out, previous support over here, and then closed right back into the range. And what do you know? It just pushed through the whole range, retested the resistance, and now it's pushing through the top area of it. But this is a very critical zone right here, 132,500, that we need to break and close above for price to continue bullish. You got all these rejections down here, and then your next zone will be the tops of these wicks. Right over here. David sent a chart. Awesome. This is EJ. Geo. Yeah, this is exactly. Did not like this candle. Waiting for the retest. Okay. So keep in mind when you get this, this is kind of something that I look for. Get a nice clean candle above. This candle came all the way back down into the range and then ended up closing above the area. So we rejected. So you want the next candle to create its bottom wick. Okay, great. It did. And then in the second half of the candle or later in the candle, it ended up passing the high of this wick. You get some high volume and push this right through. Did not like this. So waiting for the retest to form. Great. So if you aren't comfortable with this setup, you wait for this high to be created, comes down, retests, even clearer on the lower time frames, and then you take this right up. Maybe it creates some kind of a support. I don't know. It doesn't have to fully retest that area, but you take anything right here, you get some kind of a support formed anywhere in here. Obviously, you can mark this off too. But any kind of clean support and candles closing in your direction, you could possibly take this up.
Yeah. No, yeah. I don't actually expect support to be formed where the resistance was there. So sometimes I'll be putting the fib and then whatever the fib tells me, sometimes I just do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're saying you don't like taking that?
Well, this setup?
This setup. You're saying you don't like taking
yeah, I wasn't too sure. It's 655 right now. And then that candle didn't pass the other week high.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if
there's
you
mad
go-
times,
No, go ahead.
No, yeah, I personally don't like it. Like right now because it's already 6:56 right now. You know,
Yeah.
we got more time. So yeah,
Dude, you got plenty of opportunity this morning.
Yeah.
If you don't get a trade, no big deal. You got
Yeah,
trades
yeah.
tomorrow. It's all about the collective week, right? Everyone thinks they need to be profitable today. Like today, I need to make money today. And as long as you get that out of your head, obviously we want to make money today. That's how we want. We want to catch our 10 pips and that's it. But if you lose on a losing day, or if you have a losing day and you managed risk, you're going to be able to come back tomorrow with a clear head and be able to take smart trades and make up for any of those losses. That's what your trading plan is for. Your trading plan is obviously rules for you to stick by, but it's also your edge. It's your strategy. So you put that together, and over the course of the week, you're going to have losing trades. You're going to have winning trades, but you're going to have more winning trades than losing trades from managing risk, and your winners are going to be bigger than your losers. So if you have a losing trade, don't sweat it. It's okay. You're going to be able to make that back. So yeah, I'm anticipating us, we keep having this bullish pressure. This is the 15 minutes. So looking at the 15-minute over here, technically had a little fake out over here, right? Previous support, previous rejection over here. Price snap back because of that. And then we close below. And now we close right back into the range. But it's not too important right now since price is up here. So I just leave it here basically because of the 30-minute right over here. But it looks like we could be coming up and closing above. Plus, if you put it right here, it leaves you less vulnerable to trying to call tops and catch a move. So if we break this support, price is coming down. This is a very critical zone. Right? Break that, retest that, you got that clean move to the left. Got about 28 pips to the previous support. Taking a look at EJ now, again, 133. We want price to close above this area. Previous resistance up here, but price is rejecting. We'll get rid of these. Got this previous support over here. And then price broke it, closed right back into the range, started to push bullish. Looking at the 4-hour, price had some issues over here. Previous support, very strong support. We broke it, looked like we came up, we retested it, and this is a nice clean candle with a wick to fill. Ended up filling the wick almost, and then coming right back up. We were just ranging in here. So then you get that candle closed right back into the range, get this retest, support formed, and take this thing right up. But this was to end last week, so you're not gonna, take a swing at the very end of a Friday. But you get these candle body highs up here on the 4-hour, right? So it looks like price could be coming down to retest that area, form support, and then continue up. Or we just
Yeah, I took this one last night.
You took this one last night?
Yeah.
Awesome. So where'd you take this from?
On the 15-minute.
15. Okay.
On literally yesterday evening in my time.
Okay.
On the 15-minute, I opened up the trade. It looked like we were respecting the lower zone down here. Yeah, we kind of faked a little, like, where were we? My entry was like 132 flat. Yeah, down here.
Okay. So where'd you enter?
Sorry, let me just get it up here.
Yeah, send a chart over. Well,
I'm just charting it at the moment.
Sure.
Yeah,
we're consolidating in here.
Yeah, on the 15-minute, if you look at it there, we have where. Interesting. Your 15 minutes slightly different to mine. Oh, you're on the
provider.
I'm on MXCM.
Ah.
I'll change it really quickly. I took an entry on a support forming at 132 flat, and then entered, price pushed 100 and, oh, sorry, price pushed like 15 pips.
Right here?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. So you took and then you took this buy right here?
I literally entered it as a swing, so anticipating price not to break the low. I'm out of the trade now because I just didn't like the way the price kind of came into the zone above. I got out. I took a percent at 132,500, so like right at the top, which was good, and then price started to come back down. So yeah, it was worked out pretty well.
Good shit, man. You started week.
Yeah, 2% up for in the week for the start of the week.
Good shit. And if you like this setup, that you took a swing and you were comfortable with it. How'd you manage
Yeah.
risk? Did you when did you move your stop loss to break even?
Not till this morning. I didn't even move stops to break even this morning. I didn't I just because I wanted to take the swing on it. I didn't. I took my trading view opened up this morning at like, I think I woke up at like 6:30 my time. So like at that stage, price had formed the top and had come back down to 132, like 250,
Yep.
which is where I secured like 60%, and then I left 40% to go.
Nice. Good shit. Starting a week out like that.
Yeah,
So-
and then price pushed really hard at the start of London or just before London into like 132,500, where I secured another percent.
Right over
So
here.
at the bottom there, just before at the bottom of that move up to the left side of it, there, that's when I woke up this morning, and
Okay.
that's when I secured.
Okay.
And then I liked it because price formed like a little mini fake out, formed a really strong, formed a not strong support, formed a support there, started to push up at the very, very top. Looked like price was going to maybe start to exhaust, come back down and form another support, maybe a bit lower, creating a higher low.
Mhm.
So I secured another percent at the very top. Price came down, came down, formed the support, but then it came up and it didn't form another higher low. It came back down again, creating nearly like a lower high. So then I closed another percent, and then price came down even lower, and then I closed the full thing.
Awesome. Good shit.
I have a full chart. I'll send it over to you.
Yes. Please do. So it looks like we rejected again this area, closed below this candle body open right here. This candle started pushing down already and flip bullish. So got to see what we may not have enough seller pressure to actually push us bullish or bearish, but could be consolidating in here for a little bit. Maybe retesting this bullish trend to then continue up. So finally, let's look at gold. Gold.
Yeah, I'm looking at price on gold.
Yeah, me too. This is what I was looking at when I woke up. I was waiting for a close above this area. Same thing I was showing on GJ. A lot of people are enticed to take something right in here, which, I wouldn't blame you either. Let's see. The 30-minute. Got this range over here. Price form support and continued out. Clean support. If you have enough range in here, could possibly take this. It's much different than any other pair, but you got about 17, 18 pips to retest this high. But what I waited for was a clean close above this area, and I'm waiting for this support to hold, previous resistance. Wait for this to hold, and then get like a bullish candle printing in our direction and take this thing right back up to 1843. Fill these wicks. This is the 30-minute too. So if you're not too comfortable trading gold yet, or you're just kind of new to it, either paper trade this or wait for your candle to close on the 30-minute to take this thing out. So that's what I'm looking at on gold. And this is something that I'm going to take a screenshot of everything and journal it. And I kind of figured out how I'm going to journal on these live sessions with you guys, because I don't want it to be too much of a distraction. But if I do it on the side, it's a benefit for you guys because you see how I journal, and also I can actually get my journaling done. Past couple of weeks, I haven't been able to journal the way I'd like to. Oh. Alan, how was the weekend, buddy?
Good, bro. did a little bit of back test.
Let's go.
GJ. Only for now, back testing GJ, not gold yet.
Okay. Good shit.
And yeah, it was a little bit up and down at the beginning, and after that, was seeing like repetition.
Yes.
So like taking notes, and yeah. I will send you a chart, like a trade that I didn't take, but like I could have taken on gold.
Okay.
I was looking at it, but like yeah, I just analyzing it. I think yeah, if it was the same setup like on maybe M30, I would have been in it.
Okay. Let's take a look. Just keeping this open for
But
everyone.
yeah, I don't know. Even on M15, it was looking good for me, but
Okay. So gold 15. So this is, when was this? Just now?
just now.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I do like this setup. You want to wait for good volume to push us through that. So you were looking at this candle right here, right?
Yeah, I saw the M30 candle close above, so I thought like as it breaks the high, but it didn't break the high, so I was still waiting. Closed bearish, and after that, like created support above the above, let's say above the resistance. So I said if it starts to break the high, I'd be like taking a trade and expecting price to hit the fill the wick on the side.
I like it because you have this resistance over here, which I moved it up a little bit just so like it makes more sense. But you have these wick rejections over here. This candle closed at this wick rejection. We had a rejection of that previous resistance, and this is a weaker candle. The only thing is the top wick is pretty big. You know, it's got a pretty large top wick. So in order for this kind of setup to work, you can't have that big of a bullish top wick on this bearish candle. You want like a smaller wick, and price passes the high of that, and you take that impulse of entry up, right? But because it was a bigger wick, you had to wait to enter all the way up here, which is still good, but it just makes it a little bit more tricky. Now you get this high created. Maybe it's not high enough for you. This candle came all the way down to retest that area, and now it's starting to flip.
Yeah.
Not flip bullish, but it's starting to flip back the other way in the second half of the candle. So it looks like 709. We already created our bottom wick over here. Now is the next candle. Are we going to get some sort of a support formed to take this up? Possibly.
Yes.
But yeah, keep that in mind. Journal this for this wick. Hopefully this wick next time isn't as big, and it'll be a nice impulse of entry for you.
Okay.
5 minute right over here looks clean too. Anybody looking at this on the 5 minute?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
So yeah, I want to journal this.
Are you waiting for the close of the 15 minute?
Yeah. Probably gonna wait for a close. Maybe dynamic risk. Wait for the 5 minute to close, which it just did. We're gonna get a bottom wick formed over here. But any case, I'm gonna be lowering my risk. Let me set this up before I miss it. Ooh, GJ is breaking up too.
I'm in gold.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I took the entry on the flip, trading that bottom wick. anticipating price to push up and fill the 1844.
I'm in with you.
2-to-1 risk
Like that's a lot.
risk reward. So
We got the clean close above on the 30-minute. We got the retest to your calculated impulse of entry or impulse entry. And take this out. Should continue bullish.
yes, sir.
But I do like GJ too right now, which I'm not going to take. But looks like we're starting to push bullish. We obviously grab liquidity over here. We pass the high of this candle. It's starting to come up.
Yeah, this is my last trade of the day with taking an EJ swing this morning, well through the night, and now this trade.
Nice. Mateo, you in this too?
Yep, I executed on the break of the high.
Great job.
Let's go.
Yeah, looks nice. See how
Should
it played out.
continue up. This is a continuation from last week with all the negative news coming out of the U.S. jobs reports, a lot of inflation talk. So I'm very bullish on gold. I have been for quite some time. All right, let me just mark this up real quick. $15, creating its top wick, possibly.
I mean, he's going to close.
Okay, close bearish.
Ooh.
Still confident in this trade though.
I'm pissed.
So we should. This is why I had a conservative stop loss. Should be creating a bottom wick and then continuing up. So now the exit plan is if we pass the low of this 15-minute candle, we will close 50%. Or if we start to get close to it, I want to look at the 5-minute rejected over here. We're respecting this trend over here. So we'll see if we respect that. but we left a wick to potentially fill. And if we get a 15-minute bullish close right over here, that's a good indicator that price is going to continue up and fill this wick. But fundamentally, this should give you confidence because obviously the U.S. dollar is weak. With the job numbers, everything coming out, inflation, there's so much talk about hyperinflation, regular inflation right now that this should give you confidence that gold is bullish with a nice clean close above that resistance. And if you start coming back into this range, like I said, then could secure or close like 50%, manage risk the right way.
Ooh, GJ pushed going away.
Nice. There you go. You got that close above. This candle has no bottom wick.
Close without wick. Yeah.
Yeah, so this candle closed barely with any wick. This candle has no bottom wick. So are we going to come down to retest this resistance right here? We wait and see. Let's see. Now this is the start of the candle, so it could be creating a bottom wick. It barely has a top wick, so it could be creating a bottom wick right here and then continuing bullish. I just don't want it to pass the low of the previous 15 minute. Then I'm going to start either closing the full thing or closing 50%. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm probably going to close the full thing.
Close
That's
full.
close full. Manage
Dangerous.
risk. Cool. Price. Now, as long as you manage risk, that's okay because what you did was you took your setup. You waited for that retest. Price ended up flipping bullish. That's a good indicator that price is going to continue up. Plus, you have the fundamentals that were backing that up. There we go. You guys managing risk? Those of you that were in this?
I'm out, yeah. Full out.
Yeah, I've managed, but
Okay. So I
Yeah.
risked $100 and I only lost 70, which is fine. You know, you make that back.
I didn't risk much on my overnight EJ trade. So the profit I made on my EJ trade last night is gone.
Okay.
But sure, that's it.
Let's see. You happy with the way you manage risk, Nathan?
Well, I didn't. We didn't exactly have much choice, you know. It was either stick in there and say a prayer, or do the smart thing and you know, do what you should do and just close it out, and you know that live to trade another day and all that. But no, I'm pretty happy. Like, you know,
Awesome.
it's just it's annoying in terms of, you know, if you're getting a bit of momentum going and you catch a good move, and then the next trade you take, you just wipe your profits out and you work like, you know, that EJ trade, I held it like all morning this morning. I only closed it like an hour ago. I was literally holding it for like, you know, all night and then all morning. So the guts of 9 to 10 hours of a trade being held, and then a gold trade in the space of 20 minutes wipes my whole profit out from like all that time, which is,
I think everyone in
that's just the way it goes.
Everyone in here.
Yeah.
We all know what that feels like. So, listen, man, just stick to your rules. If gold and EJ are in your plan, then you trade it, and you know you manage risk, and that's fine. But
yeah, well, see, I didn't know what way today was going to shape out, or what way it's going to be shaping out for the next little while. So I've kind of like thinking to myself, and I back tested EJ last night and just kind of did some swings on EJ, and they went all right. But it's like I think EJ, GJ, and gold are all in my plan now, because if I'm not at the computer or I'm busy, I can swing EJ because it moves slower. Or if I am and I'm scalping, then I can do gold or GJ.
Now you're newer to swing, correct?
I tried to swing. I had a demo account yesterday, and I just hadn't a clue how to swing. Like, and then I kind of just looked up a few bits and pieces, and I got a bit of an idea of what I need to do.
So okay, so you took that swing on a demo?
Well, that was on my challenge account. That's
Okay.
EJ Trade.
Okay. My biggest suggestion for anyone like trying out new strategies, which is great, like you don't want to try new strategies on your live account. You want to try those on a demo account and really get used to it. Understand, like, I get it. You're not making money now. You know, you get impatient, all that stuff. But you want to try these things out. You want to constantly learn of new things that people are doing, or maybe not get enticed by new strategies or anything like that, but make sure that you're just testing these out. Test things that you're seeing. All of these on a demo. Don't risk your real capital, and trade your trading plan with your real capital, because you have that edge, right?
Yeah.
That trading plan gives you that edge of being in the market and understanding that you're going to be profitable, sticking to that. But if you start adding new things to that without even testing it out on a demo, then you're going to be in trouble. Then you're going to keep going back and forth like that.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah, no, the only reason why I took it is because I didn't know, and because I'm on the challenge account, I can't not take a trade. I can't paper trade every trade. I kind of have to be a bit more aggressive. So I have to kind of take those.
Get a little dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. But once I'm managing risk, I don't think there's a massive issue with it. Like, I'm not using standard risk. I'm using half or a third of my standard risk.
Okay.
That's the only thing that's kind of annoying, that the way that today shaped up in terms of, like, I used like 0.5% risk on my EJ trade last night, and I made 2%, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's like this morning taking that trade on gold, and it's like I obviously I risked more, because when I'm scalping, I'm seeing a high probability setup like we just seen there. Obviously it didn't play out this time, but it still is a high probability setup that I obviously do risk a bit more. So it is what it is.
Yeah, man, I get it. I'm with you. I'm gonna tell you manage risk as well.
Yeah, I mean, as Nathan said, there wasn't really that much of a room to manage risk, but I lost around 0.8%. Correct. plus 1%. So it's, I mean, it's okay.
Cool.
My setup executed, it's all good.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It is hard to, in those higher probability setups, there's kind of less room to hold on to the trade, because if you held on, or you're holding on to the trade that we were in there moments ago, you know, like it's just a stupid move, because the trade said one thing at before we entered, and then it's saying another thing right now. So market structure has just changed. So it's like, what do you do? Do you throw a Hail Mary and just pray that market shifts again and forms a support here and then continues up? Or do you do the sensible thing with a high probability setup that didn't play out, and you just kind of cut your losses?
You're saying if you were still holding this right now?
Well, yeah, if you were still holding this trade right now,
Yeah.
it would be completely like idiotic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because if you do it now, you're gonna do it in the future. And it doesn't
Absolutely.
always play out. So if it plays out now, great, cool. But you got lucky. The next time you do it, you're probably gonna end up, blowing a huge amount from your account, because you always want to look at the long term of this, right?
Yeah,
That's why it's so important to look in the long term of your trading to understand, what is price actually doing.
yeah.
And
Like, yeah, for me it was like the way I used to trade was, when I did my analysis again, it wouldn't have been a very good analysis even at that stage, because I would have really understood it in full. But when I was in drawdown and when I was in losing trades that kept going further and further in loss, I would have continued to add positions to that existing position, which then obviously led me to blowing accounts and stuff like that. But the reason why I would add positions onto the losing position, not for the simple fact that that's what a gambler does in terms of, upping the risk and upping the lots when you're in a losing position, but as a novice trader, with you would think that your analysis will eventually play out, and sometimes it does, but it'll always catch you out, and when it catches you out, it's always going to sting you.
100%. 100%. And that one's gonna hurt more than a regular loss.
Absolutely.
Like this one, does it hurt? I don't want to use the word hurt, because we managed risk. We did what we were supposed to do. It was our setup. That's fine. It's part of our edge. We know that we can afford a loss or two when it comes to taking some of these setups. But you just journal this, understand that, okay, this is what happened. Next time, maybe just wait for a cleaner retest on the higher time frames before taking this up. Like the 4 hour looks like we were coming up to fill these wicks, right? 1 hour closed above. Now we just got like a fake out. So, and price could very well be. Oh, why is this not working? Respecting this bullish trend over here, coming down to retest it one more time, and then eventually we get a close above this way and then continue up. So we'll see what we get. Thing with GJ is, where are you going to put your stop loss if you took this? Right? So now we get this high created. I'm sure price is going to react to 153.530 like it has before. Oh, we got no top wick on this candle. 730 came around. So maybe we get some sort of a support formed over here. And if we do and we get 10 pips, that'll be it for me for the day. But I need a clean setup over here formed. Anybody else taking a look at something they want me to look at? Gonna David trades GU.
I'm still waiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was everyone's Mother's Day.
It was good.
Yeah.
Give my mom a little present.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good shit. So this is what I'm waiting for. Looking to catch this around like 8:30. J gold. Okay. Tiger, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Doing good. Looking to start the week good.
What's up?
Hopefully we get a good start to the week.
Yes. Yeah, we had a we managed risk on it, but we took gold buys as we passed the high. This 30-minute candle already retested this previous resistance, and then ended up passing the high of this candle, and then came down, started coming right back down into this range. Managed risk. I just closed the full thing. So now we're actually looking at GJ. This will be my only trade, but it looks like we're just continuing up. I was waiting on a retest, previous higher time frame resistance over here, waiting for some sort of a retest to take this up. It looks like it's just moving without us.
Okay.
We could still very well get this. We could get a high created up here, some kind of a support formed on the higher time frames. This has to get corrected at some point. So maybe we get that during 8:30. Guys, remember it's Monday. You don't want to jump in anything. No emotional trades, right? No emotional trades. Curious if the 1 hour closes above this resistance up here. That'd be interesting. You know what? Let's journal this real quick while we wait. Awesome. Oh, there goes gold. So I want to close above this area to give this thing a second chance. We need a retest of this previous resistance with the bottom wick, maybe the next one coming up, but we need a better place to put our stop loss. 738. Okay. We got faked out a little bit. Oh, 15-minute. That was not very nice gold. I would love the 1 hour candle to close like this, and then we get another 1 hour candle, or the next 1 hour candle past the high of that candle, which is giving me a nice entry. But an even better entry would be if price closed above like this, we come down, create a bottom wick, the second half of the candle passes the high of that wick, then we could take this up and give this thing a second chance. But after that, you're done. Done for the morning. It's a Monday. Wait for tomorrow. Get right back in. bit about this. Nathan, you in here? Nope, not anymore. Cool. Let's take a look at some of the indices over here. So obviously the US dollar right now is on its way down, as we said this morning. Price is pushing bearish. Wow. Damn, man, this thing is coming down. So what we're looking for this week to see if CPI comes out. Let's see. Let's take a look. So we're looking at, let's see, FOMC speakers speaking tomorrow. Prelim GDP, we got a lot of volume coming in for the pound tomorrow night. I'm looking at CPI over here. So core CPI and CPI are coming out. We're going to see if these numbers are going to be positive, because we had negative job numbers, very negative job numbers coming out last week on Friday for NFP. So there's little hope that these are going to be positive numbers, that we could rebound the dollar a little bit. But right now, dollar is very weak and gold should be pushing up. And that's why we took this trade over here, being that we thought this was strong fundamentals to push this up. Plus, that's why we took that impulse entry as price broke the high of this candle over here. So what I'm waiting for is this candle to close above. 15-minute candle is about to close in 1 minute. Waiting for a bottom wick to form, and then price passing the high of that area, anticipating price to continue up. This 1 hour candle flip bullish. Wow. See, this was what we thought was going to happen before, but of course that's not what happens. Let's see. Okay, so no top wick over here on this candle. All right, let's do that. Matei, you see gold right now?
Crazy.
Yes, I'm waiting for some kind of a support to form over here, and us to take this out.
Yeah, maybe the 1 hour close.
Looks like we're getting that high created over here on GJ. And I may want to make GJ my play. This is what I'm looking for, is some kind of a support formed anywhere in here, specifically right here would be ideal. But I'm also looking for a clear setup on gold. EJ's just ranging. Wow, we ended up forming that support over here on for Japanese yen. We said that this is going to be a key level over here. So are we coming up? Last week, this is what we were doing. We were forming the support, and I obviously drew this out here saying that this is going to be that key area of retesting this bearish trend that we've been in since the beginning of the year. So we've been pushing bearish, retesting this, creating new lows, coming up to retest it, another low, higher low though, right? So if price breaks through here, you got a strong Japanese yen over here. That should be interesting. I'm sure that's what we probably will get, but you need candles closing above this area to continue up and retest this high. Wow, UK 100 's pushing. Let's see. See, is everyone just waiting?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Yep.
So this is how I journal, guys. You guys, most of you know already, but every little detail that you can. It's only Monday, boys. And wouldn't it be nice if we got this set up right over here? Forget all this stuff happened. If we got this to start the week. On the 4 hour, you just take this all the way up, fill
Yeah.
this wick, fill these wicks over here. But unfortunately, this happened last week, at the end of the last week. I got this wick fill right here. It's perfect. We got in a little too early. But then again, there's no setup to take this. Like there's no place to put your stop loss right over here if you take this impulse entry over here. Right? So that should give you guys some comfort in the fact that you're not in this.
Yeah, I mean, the setup was there, so there's nothing really we could do.
Waiting on DJ. See, See how buyers are exhausting right over here on GJ? So maybe we consolidate a little bit and then we come right back down, form support and continue up. We just continue up from there. But I don't see that happening because look how bullish the 4 hour is. It's just been pushing up. We need some kind of a retracement over here. Push right through the zone. Mirrored this move over here to the left. What a push on Sunday. Yesterday. Who else is in the UK? Nobody. EJ's just ranging over here.
I feel like gold could have been a good entry after that deep retracement and then a break above the 1 hour high, the previous 1 hour. And then to fill that daily wick up to like 1844.
Yeah, core CPI on Wednesday is going to be big. So tomorrow, just keep an eye on Governor Bailey speaking. We got GDP coming out tomorrow as well. Expected to be worse than previous. Manufacturing, premium business. Okay. Bailey speaking again on Wednesday. Core CPI, like I said, crude oil inventories, 10-year bond. Unemployment claims coming out on Thursday. That should be interesting. 30-year bond. And then core retail sales coming out. Supposed to be much worse than previous. I'm interested in Friday's prelim University of Michigan inflation expectations and then consumer sentiment, especially after jobs came out. But also, you know, the amount of inflation that we've been talking about should be pretty interesting. All right, so we got a bearish close over here at 153.535. So we're creating a top wick and then passing the low of this wick right over here. That means we created this high, could be coming down to form some kind of a support to take this right back up. That's literally all I'm looking for. Looks like we missed the train on gold. It literally threw us off the train and then continued going. There it is. Awesome. 8 o'clock. Candles are moving. US dollar is in trouble. Called this months ago. Here we go. So we got positive stuff coming out of the UK, but then also negative stuff coming out with Scotland. They're announcing that they're going to ease the restrictions. We'll push ahead with the next stage of lifting lockdown in London. That's obviously very big for the pound, but also renewed bid for an independence vote in Scotland threatens to overshadow Westminster in the weeks and months ahead. Pubs and restaurants are also due to welcome customers indoors. Government has political storm is. Amazon employee dies at the Alabama warehouse. What? Huh. Starting to retrace over here on gold. But where could be gold heading? Coming up to this resistance over here, got the clean move to the left, fairly clean moves over here that we've been having in this range. Once we break above Could be coming right up here to these wick rejections, possibly right up here to this candle rejection. But right now we're in an order block to the left. Damn, gold is just pushing. It's been respecting this channel. Why is this over here? Oh, I was back testing. That's why. Whew. Gio, how was the weekend? I don't know if you could talk. Pat wanted to know more about cryptos. He's starting to invest heavily into cryptos. Obviously, a portion of whatever he makes with his job. But I told him to speak with you and Jaden. You guys are more in tune with that stuff. I'm only holding Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, and I just basically buy the dips with money I can afford to lose. But he's looking at other coins as well. So I was saying that you both could probably help him. Anyone see Doge? Let's see what happened. Here we're still tanking. This chart doesn't have much history. Damn, so Doge came all the way down. Time highs up here. Are we gonna retest this low? So right over here, I'm waiting for something like this to kind of create. Right over here, just create a higher low, comes down, retests, and then we continue bullish. The foundation of bearish trades in both the U.S. dollars. Building up the keys for an to breakout. Damn, man, everyone's tired this morning.
Yeah, a little.
You there?
A little bit.
There we go.
Just in the gym before the stream.
You guys got to get excited. It's a fucking Monday. Got a bunch of opportunity to make money this week. Everyone's waiting. Yeah, everyone's just chilling, waiting. Can only talk to myself for so long. After watching my course, you guys know how I feel about talking to myself with a video. I hate that shit.
He's waiting, man.
Yeah, there's nothing much. And it's a Monday. We managed.
Yeah.
We just got on our one trade, and that's fine. Let's take it in the next session for a good breakout. Wait for your smart setups. But as I was saying this morning, stick to that plan. It's so important. It's all about that edge at the end of the week. Don't always feel like you have to have a profitable day every single day. I have to make money today. If you don't, it's no big deal. As long as you manage risk. If you didn't manage risk, that's a different story. But you can always make it back with a clean setup. Like right over here, we saw gold, but guess what? We didn't get a clear entry. We didn't get a clear, stop loss for any kind of entry to re-enter this move. Plus, these candles are getting a little weaker. Up. Candle closed, 8:15. Awesome. Had it. Okay. So GJ closed bearish on the 15-minute. Perfect. So we're waiting for some kind of a support. I'm hoping it comes right back down here to support, and this will be our key area right here. But yeah, man, I can't stress enough how important it is to stick to that plan. And once you do, sky's the limit. This is looking nice. We got clean moves, right?
Yep.
Get this high created. Price comes down, consolidates or creates a support. Then we take this right back up. As long as we stay above this support. David, what time are you hitting golds today?
Probably right after this.
Oh, okay. I'm heading to the city right after this, and then I'll probably be going this afternoon.
Yeah. Or I can go in the afternoon too. I'm gonna hit goals.
Yeah,
I'm not working today, so I'm probably happy as fuck.
What's up?
I'm not working today, so I'm happy as fuck.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice day off. Now take this day. It doesn't mean like today I'm off. I can do whatever I want, but like today, like take advantage of that. Especially like when it comes to like my schedule right now. When I don't have a client, I got to drive. I go all in. I either back test with you guys. It's very rare that I get something like that, but I know tomorrow I'm not taking any drives. So if you guys want to back test tomorrow, I'm more than happy to do
Oh,
so.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice not having that time, but I don't look at that as like, all right, I could go play video games. I can do what I want. It's let's buckle down and take advantage of this time. There's no such thing as free time.
Yep.
Or time to waste. There is such thing as free time, but no such thing as time to waste. I hate that expression. Your gold's exhausting a little bit.
What you doing today? Chest? Back?
What's up?
Oh, what are you hitting today at Coast?
It's Monday. I'll probably hit chest and tries, do some boxing.
Oh,
Hit the bike for like 25, 30 minutes.
wait, but when you do boxing, like, do you do drills? Or do you just, like, hit the bag and that's it?
I hit the heavy bag. I do different rounds with that. Each round is different. You do like a minute and a half, 2-minute rounds of different combos. Maybe you start out with a light round, then you start getting more and more intense. Start focusing on like power shots in the next round. Focus on like quick speed, pivots, everything. Also,
I love that red bag. There's it there.
what's up?
Have you seen like the red bag? Like the red circle bag?
Oh yeah,
Boxing?
I mainly
Oh, my
just hit the heavy
God.
bag.
That's so nice.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's like a little buoy.
You can work like on your defense on that things too.
100%. Yeah, that thing's swinging. You pivot.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love focus pads. I love the speed bag. Always hitting that.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
So yeah,
I used to go to Gleason's gym before. When I was
Gleason's?
yeah.
Where is that?
It's by with the Broadway by do you know like that laundry that's called like Snow White?
Wait, who?
On the Broadway where in the Broadway there's this laundry, it's called Snow White.
No, let me look it up.
It's right next to it. It's literally like the next street.
It's called.
It's like
All right.
one way
Let me
street.
just look up Gleason's.
It's like literally
Oh,
right
it's
next.
Pearl Street.
Yeah, it's right next like to Bank of America.
Yeah, no, that's Pearl Street. I used to go to that gym.
Yeah, Gleason's.
Yeah. I didn't know that was Gleason's like in there. Yeah, Pearl Street's it's a good gym. I was actually about to go back instead of going back to Gold's, and he was just charging like way too much.
Yeah, like what? Like 160 for 3 months?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was like before I used to go there when I was.
Yeah, he was trying to pull
That's
one.
too much. Yeah, I used to go there box. I should do like competitive before.
It's the best.
Yeah,
Oh, you used to compete?
yeah.
Good shit, man.
I only did like 2 fights, so
Good shit.
yeah. Because then like I was so into soccer too, so like the coach like literally talked to me because I used to go like late sometimes, and I used to be so tired after soccer practice, and then he told me, like you gotta decide it's only one thing. You can't be doing both, it's hard.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Bro, and then boxing and soccer is so different. Like soccer, like you use your legs, and boxing most of the time you use your hands.
Boxing, basketball. I'm sure soccer's tough too, but you do get breaks. Same thing with football. But like some of the cardio, like swimming, some of the best cardio in the world. Like I said, boxing.
Yeah.
We get a bullish close over here. We get this support forming. Gotta wait for 8:30. Now, this is what I was talking about this morning when it comes to the volume coming in. You know that at this time, we're going to get some good volume pushing in. I'm going to wait for this bullish candle to close because we could always come right back up and then, come right back down. So we just want to wait for that candle to close and then bottom wick to form and take this thing up.
Dang, it's just flying.
Not much volume.
Did somebody saw that Canelo fight or no?
What's up?
Did somebody watch Canelo fight or no?
Oh, Canal. Yeah, Canal's a beast.
Yeah, man.
That was a monster.
I've been watching him since I was 9 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I never miss a fight.
You're nervous to fight?
Now, one time I went to eat with my dad, right, with my sister, and then he was taking forever, and I was like, I literally walked out, stood up, and I was like, I'm leaving. I'm going home. I'm gonna see the fight.
That's awesome.
That's so funny. I told him, bro, we can't miss the fight, and
Wait, Matei, you're waiting for
Oh,
GJ.
so yeah, this is a wrong cloud there. But I just want to point out the setup. It's looking like we can get the same setup as the one mark before. If you see the blue circle,
Yep, right over here.
yeah, I'm waiting for the same thing. But never.
You sure it repeats itself, right?
If
Had a little fake out over here on the 5-minute. The thing is, we have so much space over here to get to. Like, are we gonna push 10 pips right over here? I want like this candle to close, little retest, bottom wick, maybe enter on the bottom wick.
Yep.
One position, the other one as it starts to flip bullish. But I'm hoping that we get a wick that we can fill right here and a close right around here. This will be nice. If we don't get it and it leaves without us, it sucks. But at least we know we're sticking to our rules.
Always move tomorrow.
Get this ready. Gold's coming right back down. Damn, GJ, really? Left without us. You could have taken an impulse entry right here, but some pips. It'd be about 10 pips right there. Would have secured. Just let me. right, 30 minutes gonna close in 3 minutes.
Are you still looking to take an entry?
I'm seeing if the 30-minute close is above this area, or if we reject it, the previous high that it created over here on the 5-minute. Maybe if a bottom wick comes down here and forms on the 5-minute, and then starts to flip, then you could possibly take this, but I would lower my risk on it.
Yeah, for sure.
But like you said, we could very well be getting this move right here. Damn, man, I decided to leave without us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that feeling when the price is so extended to the one side, you never know when you could be buying the high without any proper retracement.
Mm-hmm. But guess what? The best part is it's only Monday, so we know the way these candles are moving and everything, and you back test to get your eyes trained, and obviously journal all the trades that you could have possibly taken this morning on these pairs, and that'll gain confidence for yourself for tomorrow. Could have entered right here as price past the high of this candle. Could have, yeah, over here is tricky. This is the 15-minute, 30-minute. Again, very tricky to enter stuff like this. This is the only clear entry I could have seen us entering. But even then, we're at a very higher time frame resistance over here. We got to be aware of. All right, 8:30. Very strong bullish candle. So we know price is going to continue up for the most part. Unless we have 30 minutes left until the 4-hour candle closes. So are we going to get some sort of a retracement and a top wick formed before the next one opens? Let's go over some emotions. Is anybody in here right now feeling like they're antsy that they haven't either taken a trade yet or they have one losing trade right now, and that they're either not nervous, but just you get that feeling of like, oh my god, am I going to get a trade today and all that? Anybody?
A little bit.
Okay,
Not
I
gonna
like the
lie.
honesty.
Yeah, just like we all want to. Like, I mean, I want to get a trade today, but
Yeah,
if it don't happen, then it don't happen. But
exactly.
I still have like that kind of like on my mind, like in the back of my mind, like, oh, I want to get a trade today. I want to get a trade.
And it's natural. I'd be lying if I say I didn't, but it's all about controlling your emotions when you're in those emotions and being able to stop yourself and say, okay, you know what? It's fine. We got tomorrow, we got Wednesday, we got Thursday, we got Friday. So many more opportunities to take trades. It's all about the collective week.
Yes, sir.
No emotions.
Yeah, as it comes to emotions, I think that my case is that sometimes I don't trust myself enough to be taking a trade, even though I should take it.
Okay. And now, is it even on your setups?
Well, depends on the time and the other factors. So last week I saw the setup. It was really early in pre-London.
Okay.
Usually in that time we don't have enough volume. So I decided to stay out and then it pushed, but it was my setup. So sometimes depends on depends on the range, depends on the time or even the structure. But sometimes even on the setup, yes.
Okay. The other thing is you got to look at that checklist that you have. Like, what's the time? What's the range? What are the different things that you got to look for before you take a trade? Is it my setup? Is this just a random setup that I see that I feel like I could possibly take a trade? Like right here. Looks like we're starting to flip bullish. This candle closed bullish over here on the 5-minute. So do we want to take this? I don't know. I took my loss for the day. Maybe I'll enter a low risk. No, you know what? I'm staying out. I'm done for the day. Unless I get a clear setup during New York Stock Exchange open. But we're just so bullish over here, so overextended. I'm waiting for some kind of a retest. Look at the 4 hour. 4 hours about to close. And look at it. I'm sorry, what was that, Mate?
Yep, the 4 hours closing as well. So
yeah, I don't. It's Monday. I took my one trade. One trade, gold fucked me a little bit. This would be interesting now. If we get a close over here on gold, let me just reply to this. Funny you ask. Last time GJ was this high was 18 April, and we at resistance to the left. We might come down or less. Crazy news. Well, like I said, the only mover right now with GJ, or with the pound at least, is the Scottish Parliament wanting to get more independence from the UK. So, and then also we have GDP coming out for UK as well. So that could be being priced in, but it's supposed to be negative, so probably not. Technically at a resistance over here on gold. Want price closing above this area. Anybody having like a specific problem? Like an issue, Gafour, Geo, Tiger, David, Matei, anyone that they want to go through? Just discuss.
No, I think for me that was my biggest issue that I was talking about.
That's right.
Confident in the other things, so maybe the other guys.
Yeah, just not trusting your analysis is what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe sometimes.
Okay. All comes
Maybe.
from.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I wanted to hear more of what you were saying.
No, I'm just saying that maybe I'm. I mean, it's only like 7-1 for me, so I maybe just haven't seen those things play out enough times, even though a lot of backtesting and journaling. But I just have to give it time. That's what I think from it.
Yeah, time and more backtesting on the simulator, just to get used to seeing these setups, watching the candles print, waiting for the candles to print, and doing it in real time for the most part, you know. And you probably have the time to do that. School's almost over, right?
Almost over for me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I guess yeah, so Gafour has a question which I'll answer in a second, but yeah, it all just comes from training your eyes a little bit more and getting more and more used to seeing some of these setups, getting more comfortable with them.
Yep.
And even if they are your setups, maybe you're not 100% comfortable with them yet. So just continue to backtest, continue to look at these setups, going back into the charts, live backtest too, journal. You know, it just comes with time. That's all.
Yep.
You know, so I'm still unsure when to wait for a break and a retest and when to take the trade when a candle closes. So Gafour, that really comes with intuition as well, like really knowing your pair and knowing how the candles are printing. Okay, we got some volume coming in. So most of the time, instead of when you want to wait for like a breakout, you know, you want to make sure that you have a lot of volume coming into the market to end up taking that. Now, right now, we're kind of at like a high and the 4 hours about to close. So do we want to take this on the 5 minute and take this up? 4 hours going to close in 15 minutes. So we could get a retracement for the 4 hour to create its top wick over here. But what I wanted to explain to you, though, was when you get that support formed and you get a high coming up here, this candle, like the reason we didn't take this is because there's no stop loss that could have been placed. You want to place your stop loss all the way down here just to grab like 10, 15 pips, or do you want to wait for a cleaner like retest over here? But the problem was it just broke out. We just missed it, and that's okay. You gotta be okay with missing that. But like I was just saying to Matei, you just need to backtest more. Now, Gafour, you got the simulator, right?
No, I still have to get the simulator.
Okay, that'll help you a lot. Now, before you do that, just go on TradingView and backtest today. How much time do you have today?
I have a lot of time, yeah.
There you go. Backtest all the trades that you would have taken today.
Okay.
Today, yesterday, all last week, and the week before, and just journal them all. And then feel free to add them into the group Trello.
Yeah, the co-op journal. Okay.
Yeah, the co-op journal. And you can label them as blue, which is analyzed,
Okay.
right? These are all trades you would have taken. And I'll just critique them. I'll go in there and comment on them. I'll tag in it. Are you already in it?
Yeah, you added me yesterday.
All right, cool. Joined. There you go.
Yeah, so like other than the break and retest and like the candle closing, like is there any other strategy I should be looking out for when I'm making trades?
Right now, you want to master those setups. Just the break and retest. Now, if you see a setup that you could have taken that you missed, just journal that and say, okay, down the road, when I see that multiple times, I can start adding that into my trading plan. But right now, it's best, like when you're just starting out, just wait for that break and retest and the candle closing in your direction. See, this would have been an impulse entry, price passing the high. We were waiting for the candle to close.
Like
And
for example, if this candle broke above resistance and it didn't go up that high, like if it just went right above the resistance,
right
would
here,
and then the next candle would have started to pass that candle, would you have taken that trade?
yeah,
Okay.
probably.
It's just that it went up so high and that you couldn't find the
Not only that, but also we're coming to the close of the 4 hour. So, the 4 hour normally, it needs a top wick. Not necessarily needs, but, it's got to form some kind of a top wick. The previous 4 hours. Look at the previous 4 hours. Same size wick over here. So are we going to get a similar one where we retrace over here and then
Yeah.
close? And then the next one, this 4 hour candle has a big bottom wick, but the previous over here have smaller wicks. This one has no bottom wick over here at all. Wow, dude. Good old GJ. Gold kind of rangy in here. Yeah, gold rejected that area.
Having like an issue of just letting these profits run and then closing them a little too early.
Letting top wicks do what?
Just kind of letting profits run because I've been closing these trades way too early. Like I just took the impulse entry on this GJ one and then only closed for like 5 pips and kept running.
Oh, okay. So where'd you take this?
I took it at like 58.
Oh, awesome. Right over here.
Yeah.
What, is this candle created its bottom wick, or is this candle past the high of this?
I just like instinctively closed it while it was kind of at that high, at that first bullish candle.
Okay.
Because I thought it was going to get rejected at that point, but then we ended up breaking and then continuing.
What you could have done was just secure right there.
Yeah.
And
Like
just let the rest
50%.
run. Instead of moving your stop loss to break even,
Yeah.
Barely any clear entries on GJ over here. Took it multiple time frames. 30-minute right over here would have been tricky. Huge bottom wick. Like none of these lined up with my trading plan of how I would have taken this. So that's why I'm okay with missing it. Does it suck? Yeah, 100%. I'm not going to sit here and be fake and say like, oh, like I don't care about this. Like, yeah, I want to take this, but what's bringing me back from those emotions is obviously always wanting to be emotionless in the markets, but also knowing that it's only Monday. It's not like we're losing a bunch of trades here, sitting here like, oh my God, we're losing all these trades and we're watching these moves happen. We're just sitting back and watching. We took one trade this morning, lined up with our trading plan, just didn't work out, faked us out a little bit, but that's it. Yeah, right over here. This candle just ended up flipping bearish. But tell me this isn't a good setup over here. What do we take this? Yeah. We broke above, closed above on the 30-minute and the 15-minute, right? Right over here. Closed above. 15-minute already came down and create this bottom wick over here. And then it ended up flipping bullish. We entered right here, Price continue bullish. Got these wicks that we could fill, and we could come right back up to 142 at least and secure right up there. I would have secured at 142. Right? But instead, this candle flipped at the last second. Okay, maybe we're getting some sort of a retest. But if we pass the low of this candle, then I'm either closing half or closing the full thing. I ended up closing the full thing, which I'm happy I did because I would have been stopped out. But it came right back in. But guess what? Yeah, we could possibly have a re-entry right over here, but where are you going to enter? There's no possible place that you could safely enter this trade. So that's how you should be able to live with yourself after either missing moves or, doing whatever you're doing. The setup was always like setup we always look for. Exactly. So you know that, if you take that trade 10 times out of the week, you can afford 2 or 3 losses. As long as you manage risk. Let's see what time I gotta go. Wow. Selection in Scotland's a big deal. It must be. Price does not normally run like this with barely an entry. And when you get a lot of volume like that, you barely have an entry for you to enter. Most of them are all impulsive entries. You can't really wait for candles to close. But I like this candle right here. I think this is Giovanni's sexy candle. But when price is moving like that, it's very hard to grab an entry on GJ. But yeah, I forgot what I was just about to say. Wow, brain fart. Oh, but also, like I said, it never really moves like that on a Monday, so I was not expecting that. So 4 hours about to come to a close. Gold is all over the place in this range. But guys, I'm about to hop off. I gotta head right up to the city. I'm gonna post my trade on Instagram later today. And if you guys need anything at all, please let me know. But obviously, stay safe, stay smart. Like I was saying, very hard to enter some of these moves. The 4 hours are about to close on GJ over here, so be aware of that. But this is quite the move from last night. I actually almost got into this. What was this last night? Right over here. We had this support formed. I was waiting for a retest right over here, and we ended up closing right back into the range. I ended up just going to bed. It was a little late for me. Yeah, it's like 12:30. I got to be up early. So this would have been a nice move right here that you guys could have grabbed. Yeah, pre-London right over here. You guys wake up early. You would have been in this still. So just journal that and take that into the next day. But guys, be smart. Take this session and look for all the possible entries you could have gotten. Right? This is what all successful people do. They just analyze. They study film. They look at balance sheets. They do whatever they got to do to succeed in their business. What you have to do is just analyze your performance, analyze everything that you could have done, what you could have done better, analyze the things you didn't do well, and take that into the next session. But back test today, prepare yourself, read news, understand what's going on in the world, and just be on top of your game. And then hit the gym and get a fucking workout in. Just build that momentum. You guys, it's Monday, so make this one of the best Mondays and the best weeks that you could possibly have. Just want to be the best, and it's gonna make you feel great, right? Every single day. It's hard, it's tedious. Some of these things that you got to do every day, like V2MOM, like all these checklist things, it gets tedious sometimes. But it's all about backing yourself up, you know, getting yourself back on your feet and understanding that you have to do it. Doesn't matter how you feel. All right, so let me know if you need anything at all. If you need to hop on a Zoom, go over some things. I'm always here, and we'll take it into tomorrow.
That's perfect. Thank you guys, and see you tomorrow.
All right, guys, have a good one. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do this.